Hey, what's up? Ever find yourself wondering if that flutter in your chest isn't just excitement, but maybe something deeper? Today, we're diving into those subtle, unexpected signs that you might be in love, even if you haven't fully realized it yet. And don't worry, this isn't some textbook lecture. It's just real talk, like sharing a secret with a close friend over coffee. 1. You can't stop thinking about them. Have you ever caught yourself daydreaming at the most random moments? Like, you're in the middle of a boring meeting, or you're driving and suddenly your mind drifts off to this one person? That's a big hint. When you're in love, even if you don't know it yet, your thoughts tend to wander to them all the time. It's not obsessive in a creepy way, it's just that your brain has this quiet way of saying, hey, this person matters. You might find yourself replaying conversations, imagining future moments, or even getting a smile on your face for no reason at all. That subtle mental replay is love working its magic in the background. 2. Their happiness feels like your happiness. Ever notice that when something good happens to them, you feel genuinely happy, almost as if it were your own win? That's not just kindness, it's a sign of being emotionally connected. When you're in love, their joy and successes can light up your day. Maybe you find yourself celebrating even the little victories in their life. A promotion, a personal milestone, or just a great day. It's like your heart automatically syncs with theirs, so their smile becomes a reason for you to smile too. And that feeling? It's hard to fake. 3. You're more yourself around them. Think about how you act when you're with this person. Do you find that you're not trying so hard to impress others? Instead of putting on a show, you're comfortable, real, and maybe even a little vulnerable. That's a huge indicator that you might be in love. When you're in love, you let your guard down. You don't feel like you need to hide your quirks or pretend to be someone you're not. Their presence just gives you permission to be completely unapologetically you. And honestly, there's something pretty magical about that feeling, knowing that you can show your true self and still be accepted. 4. Even the little things stand out. You know how sometimes the smallest gestures can make your heart skip a beat? Maybe it's the way they laugh at something you said, the look in their eyes when they're deep in thought, or even just the sound of their voice. When you're in love, these tiny moments carry a weight that you might not notice at first, but soon they become the highlights of your day. It's not about grand gestures or over-the-top romance. It's about the little details that keep replaying in your mind. Those moments become your favorite memories, even if they're as simple as sharing a smile across a crowded room. 5. You find yourself wanting more quality time. When you're in love, you'll notice that you want to spend more time with that person, even if it's just doing nothing at all. It's not about planning extravagant dates or adventures every weekend. Sometimes, it's as simple as wanting to be in the same room, sharing the same silence. That desire for quality time means you value their presence more than just background noise. You're drawn to the way they make you feel, comfortable, understood, and cherished. And if you ever catch yourself rearranging your schedule just to see them, that's your heart speaking loud and clear. 6. Your future starts to include them. Ever find yourself making plans for the future, and without even noticing, you start including that person in your vision? Maybe you're thinking about a dream vacation, or even just planning your weekend, and suddenly, it feels incomplete without imagining them there with you. It's subtle at first. You might just catch yourself wondering, what would they think about this? Or, I wish they could see this too. That's a sign that they've become an integral part of how you imagine your future. An unspoken confirmation that your life feels fuller with them in it, even if you haven't fully realized what that means yet. 7. You get a little jealous, but not in a toxic way. Jealousy often has a bad rep, but here's the twist. A tiny bit of jealousy can actually be a sign that you care deeply. If you notice that you feel a pang when you see them getting extra attention from someone else, that might be your heart nudging you to pay attention. Now, this isn't about controlling behavior or possessiveness. It's a gentle reminder that you value them. It's natural to feel a little protective when someone who means a lot to you is in the spotlight. Just be mindful that it stays in check and doesn't turn into something that you or they have to apologize for later. 8. Your friends notice a change. Sometimes you don't even realize you're in love until someone else points it out. If your close friends start teasing you about how you're always smiling, how you talk about them nonstop, or how you seem different, that might be a sign. Friends often have this extra perspective. They see changes in you that you might miss. Their comments, even if playful, can be the wake-up call you need to recognize that something important is happening in your life. And if you trust your friends, you'll listen because they have your best interest at heart. 9. You can't imagine life without them. Here's one of the strongest signs. When you truly start to imagine your future, it feels like something is missing if they're not in it. Not in a desperate way, but in a natural, undeniable way. It's like your mind paints a picture of tomorrow and they're right there in the frame. You might not have planned every detail, but that constant comforting thought that this is how life should be is a clear indicator. It means that whether it's for fun or for the long haul, their presence has become essential to your sense of happiness and balance. 10. You feel a deep, unexplainable connection. Sometimes love isn't loud or dramatic, it's quiet and subtle. You might not have a grand declaration or fireworks, but there's a deep sense of connection that you can't shake. It's there in the way you communicate without words, in the comfort of just being together in silence, and in the unspoken understanding that passes between you. This connection might be hard to put into words, but you feel it. It's a kind of knowing, like you've been waiting for this person your whole life. And even when you're apart, that feeling lingers. A gentle reminder that you're not alone in this crazy world. Bringing it all together. So what do these signs tell you? Being in love doesn't always look like the dramatic movies or over-the-top declarations you might see online. More often it's quiet, subtle, and sometimes downright surprising. It sneaks up on you in little moments, when you're daydreaming about the future, when a shared smile lights up your day, when even a tiny bit of jealousy makes you pause and reflect. If you find yourself nodding along to these signs, take a moment to appreciate that you might be experiencing something truly special. It's not about forcing a feeling or trying to prove something to anyone else. It's about recognizing that love can show up unexpectedly, and it's okay if it happens gently. Remember, you don't need a big, flashy moment to know you're in love. Sometimes, it's the small details that add up to something powerful. A quiet assurance that this person fits into your life in ways you never thought possible. But here's the thing. Being in love, especially when it sneaks up on you, can also be a bit confusing. You might wonder if it's real or just a phase. And that's okay. Trust your heart and your instincts. Your feelings are valid and only you can truly know what they mean. Don't let anyone else tell you how you should feel. This is your journey and it's uniquely yours. And while it's amazing to experience these moments, it's also important to keep growing. Being in love should inspire you to be the best version of yourself. When you feel connected to someone in this way, use that feeling as a boost to pursue your passions, explore your dreams, and build a future that makes you happy. Take a moment to reflect on your own experiences. Have you ever had a day when a look, a touch, or even a shared silence made everything seem right? Maybe you didn't understand it at the time, but later you realized it was a sign of something deeper. Cherish those moments. They're proof that love can be subtle, profound, and life-changing. Before we wrap up, here's a little challenge. The next time you catch yourself daydreaming about someone or feeling a warm, undeniable spark when you're together, pause and ask yourself, is this love? You might be surprised at how many little signals your heart sends every day. Write them down. Talk about them with someone you trust. Or just keep them as a quiet reminder that love can find you in the most unexpected ways. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below if you've ever experienced these subtle signs or if you're starting to notice them now. Let's share our stories, support one another, and celebrate the beautiful mystery of love. If this video resonated with you, hit that like button. Subscribe for more real talk and genuine insights about life and love. And share it with someone who might need a little reminder that love often comes softly, but it's real all the same. Catch you in the next one. Stay true, keep your heart open, and remember, sometimes, the smallest signals are the ones that mean the most.